Hello, my friends. Today's date is February the 26th, and this is a reading for you if this is your birth date. This is a four-card pull for the year to follow, a challenge, a general energy of the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action you could take to stay in balance, and an outcome or synopsis. This is the general energy card. It is the Lover. And what does the Lover say to us? Well, the Lover the lover's card in tarot, the lover card here. This is all about coming into love with yourself and learning how to be more fully in love with yourself. And what does the lover of the self really feel? Well, they love everything. The true lover of the self loves everything. Loves life, loves the taste of nature, loves the taste of sweetness, loves the taste of joy, loves the taste of communion, loves the taste of of beautiful things, loves the taste of life, and in order to often the lover has another person who is their lover, and they can learn how to see themselves through. But ultimately, the lover is about coming back into love with yourself. And that is the ultimate sense of what the lover does. It allows oneself, this is a beautiful, swan. And what does the swan do? The changes from the ugly duckling. It goes through the whirlpool of life, changes from an ugly duckling into a beautiful white swan of purity, and a beautiful white swan of, appreciation of its journey and appreciation of all the things that have come to it, even if they were painful, they were great teachers. This is a lot about what the lover does. It talks to us about how can we learn to love more of what we've gone through and love more. And that doesn't mean to forgive and get over and to not do something about it. It means to learn about lessons and to love the lessons, love the teacher, but not particularly necessarily like the action that was undertaken. But the teacher is a positive aspect of any pain. And from the lover, do we become the healer for ourselves and others? From the lover, do we recognize that what we went through, if it might have been painful, is a great teaching for us, and we are now more authentic and true to ourselves by going through that teaching and honestly looking at ourselves and saying what we are about, who we are, and how we face life. So, what is your particular challenge? The Eight of Wands is your particular challenge. Uh, I like to think of the Eight of Wands as a sense of, great virtue. There's a great sense of connection to the sacredness of life. The eights are foundations. The eights are continuity. The eights are grace. The eights are, integrity and impeccability, especially in wands, where it's about your spirit, it's about your willpower, it's about your sacred actions of fire, and learning how to quell one's anger and not just shoot it out. It's also learning how to tamper one's obsessions and addictions and compulsions and not give them power over us, and to learn that we have the power through positive thinking and grace and holding our integrity and holding our impeccability of our word. Do we have the power to move forward? But this is your challenge. And what's the challenge? Well, I think it's to not give into obsessions. It's not to give into addictions. It's not to give into things that take you out of love with yourself. It's not to give into being angry at everybody and throwing your anger around. It's about giving your word. The challenge to give your word and keep your word is very meaningful this year, and to understand that when you feed yourself beautiful things, do you allow yourself to be the hummingbird that survives on sugar, survives on beauty, survives on the sweetness of life, and can go thousands of miles, and is a great protector and territorial bringer, and is a great giver of joy in its colors, is in a great ability to fly back and forth, up and down, backwards and forwards. But that's your challenge. is to be that big in yourself and to not give in to your smaller stuff, your more self-centered stuff, and to maybe this is about sharing with somebody else and having a fear of sharing with somebody else, and so you fall back on old patterns that aren't so helpful to you and might just cut you off and not let you feel what is going on inside of you. Maybe there's some old pain inside of you that needs to be explored, but you're not in love with yourself enough yet to really go there. But this is that calling card that says, well, you might be keep pushing yourself downward until you actually face that card and face that want to look at yourself and heal yourself. So what is the action you can take, squirrel? And I think the biggest thing about squirrel is I love the thought that squirrel stores its nuts in preparation for the winter, its food in preparation for the winter, the hard times to come. So the squirrel, to me, says, what are you putting in your heart? What are you putting in your body? What are you putting in your mind? What are you storing away for hard times? What are you looking at to be able to keep you replenished and fulfilled and at least growing in the hard times? What do you, and a lot of that time is about loving yourself. So how much are you going to love yourself and give yourself what you really need, what your body needs, what your heart needs, what your soul needs, what your mind needs, what your whole essence of yourself needs? Are you going to gather those things to you so you can feel full and rich and safe and ready for the next thing to come, or are you going to let yourself be depleted? And the Eight of Wands challenge, I think, is self-depletion and not draining yourself of things that you need. While the squirrel is saying, well, the action you got to take is to remember that you can fill yourself up with positive thoughts, positive food, positive things that keep bringing you growth and don't tear you down and don't make you miserable, and a positive sense of yourself as a vital and connected and worthy being. And I think in all that comes the final card, the sense of growing into yourself, the sense of allowing yourself every day as a new egg ready to be born into the world, a new egg ready to be itself in its authenticity, an egg that's ready to blossom into humanity and recognizing its connection in the great spiral of things, and to become a lover for oneself, to treat oneself with kindness and respect. And when you do that, then do we step out and do that with other people, and we don't see the world as such a harsh place and such a mean place, and we lose that sense of abandonment and unworthiness, and we step into the world as lovers of the world, and lovers of the world who want to share love and want to touch love and want to teach about love and want to grow in their understandings of love. So what is this all saying? Don't give in to your old ways of habits that don't support you. Put some new habits in their place. Store some good things in your heart. Store your love in your heart. Allow yourself to love yourself deeper, that maybe a relationship with somebody else is going to deepen that and show you how you can love yourself deeper. Don't hide from your relationships, but you have to be impeccable with your word. You have to be honest and truthful and hold your word and hold your power and hold your integrity intact, so you don't lose yourself and you don't give in to the greatest pain that you have. But if you do, there's always tomorrow, and these kind of times will come again. They don't leave us alone, and this is a time to do some work. This year is a time to do some work, and I think you can make some amazing changes in your life to be more healthy, to be more loving, to be more wise. Ahom Atak V'Yasan, blessed be.